Good morning and welcome to my gentle yoga class. Let's take a moment, find a comfortable sitting position. Now we're getting ready for Turkey Day and the season has changed. Things are slowing down. So we'll adapt to it and we'll work through the rest of the year with good breath and good flexibility. So let's take a moment to sit up tall, finding a comfortable sitting position, shaking out the head and neck, and then feeling out the lower back and seeing where we might be tight. Once we settle in, we'll take 10 deep breaths, working on breathing in through our nose. If and when you're able, breathing back out through the nose. Relaxing your teeth and jaw so that you're not clenching. Wow, the birds are really crazy this morning. Let's take a few more breaths. All right, relax. Working into 5 seated windmills, going clockwise. Inhaling up. Exhaling through. And counterclockwise. I swear I've never heard them so excited, these birds. Maybe they're having a celebration. All right, let's stretch our wrists out, work ourselves up, and pull our arms in. Shake it left, shake it right. Let's work ourselves over and into a child's pose. Now, typically I'm just a hair wider than my mat, but today it's quite wet out here. We had a wonderful rain last night, and so I'm going to be just slightly more narrow than I usually am. So I've taken my knees as wide as the mat, my big toes touch behind. I'm sitting back over my heels, and I'm relaxing down to my forearms. Now from here, I'm going to take 10 deep breaths, working on, again, breathing in through my nose. If and when I'm able, breathing back out through my nose. And I'm going to stretch forward. Now you might have some sinus issues and you might want to do a little sinus massage, putting some pressure on the cheek or the forehead. This will assist you in breathing in through the nose if you're a little bit congested. All right. Working up through the hands and knees, building our tabletop. Bring our shoulders over the wrists, stretching apart our fingers, keeping our hips over the knees. Oh, new camera today, right? All in your business. And curling my toes under my feet. I'm going to inhale, lift my chest, looking up. And I'm going to exhale, round my shoulders, up, dropping my chin. So cats and cows. And get 4 more real slow. All right. Working down onto the front. Now, if it wasn't wet, I would take advantage of this space and stretch my arms out real wide. So I'm going to make goalposts, and I'm going to stretch my arms out in my goalpost, setting my right ear down, and then lifting my feet and shaking them out like windshield wipers. I'm going to slowly stop the legs, switch ears. All right. Now again, due to moisture, I'm going to modify my usual posture here so my feet are wider than that. My knees and thighs are not quite as wide as they would usually be in seal pose. Sliding my hands back underneath my elbows to the best of my ability. Peel myself up. Lifting my chest, looking up. Proud seal chest. And I've got my hips grounded. So my hips are in contact with the mat. I'm not lifted up. My shoulders are a little bit more obscure today because it's cool out here, so I'm wearing my sweatshirt. But they're back down and away from my ears. My elbows are fully extended and my fingers are stretched apart. Let's take 2 more breaths. All right. Dropping the chin. Pressing back narrow. So bringing my knees together. I'll reach down away from my ears for my heels, finding narrow knee child's pose. Sitting back over my heels, finding hero's pose. Now with my hero's pose, I'm just getting comfortable here. Now in the colder months, this one might be a little bit less obtainable. You might have a little bit more tension in the knees and ankles. This one is a lifelong practice, sitting back comfortably, sitting back in a nice symmetrical position. I'm not favoring right, I'm not favoring left, I'm not putting too much pressure back here or here. So let's interlace our fingers behind the hips, finding chest expansion. Now we're going to take 2 breaths here, roll up to the top of our head, finding rabbit's pose. We'll find the fullest stretch that we can with our chest expansion. We'll release the arms, and then we'll hammer out the lower back. Taking one more deep breath in. And rabbit's pose. All right. Working into a runner's lunge. I've brought my left knee over my left ankle. I've stretched my right leg back. I'm working my arms down inside this left foot. And today, I'm not looking to impress anybody. I'm just stretching right hip out. And I'm going to take about 10 breaths. Today's going to be a little bit of a shorter class, but we're going to work the most important parts. Keep breathing. And pressing back, finding our humble warrior stretch. So I'm curling my back toes under. I'm taking it easy today. I'm right there with you, feeling wicked tight. I'm adding a slight rock. I'm not fully committed to being back over the heel. If I want to have a little bit more structure, I might bring that leg closer to the midline of the body. Bring myself right over it. I might even try balancing a little bit. Working at our ankle here. So as you can tell, my toes are up, my legs actively straightened, and then I'm working on stretching the top of the foot. And the back stretch in the top of the foot and toes. Get those toes a nice stretch too. All right, working that other side. Taking that right foot forward, getting right knee over right ankle. I've got my arms inside. Already feeling that massive stretch. Let's take 10 more breaths. And stretching out. So you can follow the same format we did on the other side, where we brought this leg closer to the midline of the body. We rocked back until it was a bit straighter, which some days is easier than other days. Now let's work that ankle. Getting the toes, a little bit of movement as well. And we'll press back, working ourselves up. Checking out our deep squat. Now this might be unobtainable. This is a great place for a block. I wouldn't recommend anything as firm as a weight, but you can practice getting here by starting in a fold, dropping your hips little by little, maybe even working onto the toes when you start to lose balance, and then coming back up. Now that's a comfortable place for me. It's not for everyone. It wasn't where I wanted to go. I wanted to bring you into a ragdoll forward fold, separating my feet 2 fist distances apart, taking left hand, right hand, left elbow, and then rocking it out. We'll release the arms, walking out into a plank, and then pressing back into a down dog where we'll walk our feet out, getting a nice stretch for our calves. Walking our feet through and coming around to our seat. Let's go ahead and shake out the legs. Oh, yeah. All right. That feels great. Shaking out the happy feet. All right. Sliding to the left. Pulling this right foot into the instep of the left thigh. We're going to work our single-legged forward fold or modified hurdler. We're going to stretch the arms out. And we're going to empty our breath, reaching left hand towards left foot. Inhale, taking right arm up. And I'm going to exhale, be the thinker. I'm going to bring this left hand to the left side of the face, taking the right arm back and behind. What I hope to accomplish by taking the right arm back is this spiraling outward of the chest, this opening. And then I worked a little bit lower into it. Sky is absolutely stunning today. Maybe I dip my toe in the water for a little bit deeper stretch. And working ourselves up. Now this is a Bart special move, taking this knee towards the floor here. I'm going to turn and take a softly twisted bow over my right thigh. And then when I'll work myself back up real gracefully. Now when I'm over there, I rock out my head and neck. I move my shoulders. I try and break up any lingering tension I might have accumulated when I was in this side bend. Working that other side, sliding right. Pulling this left heel into the instep of that right thigh. I have all these tiny little micro movements that I make personally that are really difficult to communicate, such as me putting pressure on my thighs while I stretch different parts of my spine. Now I'm pretty mobile. Not everybody is, so you might not get out of this excess information. But when I move, it's always with the purpose of loosening up my spinal column. We're going to stretch the arms out. Exhale forward. Becoming the thinker. And taking left arm behind the back. Can't quite see this hand, but it's back towards this right pocket. Keep breathing. I'm going to dip my toe in the water, going just a little bit deeper. And I'll come out slowly, practicing that same counter position on the other side. Working myself back up gracefully. All right. Let's lean forward. Shake out the lower back. Shake it all the way back up. Ending class today with our gentle seated twist. I'll set this right foot down, taking the left bicep around the top of the right knee. I'll inhale, reach up, and I'll exhale, plant the right hand. And I'll strike a pose, looking back over my right shoulder. Coming back through center. Rocking forward. Switching sides. Inhale up. Strike a pose left. All right. Shake it out. So, thank you if you were here today. Thank you if you're here tomorrow. Thank you if you're here in the future. As always, take care of yourself. Until next time, have a wonderful day.